It is Monday, May 29th, 2023, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We got a full schedule today. Well, not full all the way. We've got a dozen Major League Baseball games. We've got NBA basketball and NHL. Chris, set the tone for us. How's it going today?
I'm doing well. You know, not the best day yesterday. The card was a little bit tough on me, but you know what? New week, new day. Like you said, it's a great card today. Most exciting words in sports, Game 7. I'm looking forward to tonight's game.
How about you, Rod? How's it going?
Going good. Sorry, I missed yesterday's morning show. Some technical difficulties. I couldn't get anything internet on the road. Yeah, that just happens on a Sunday. It was tough. Tried to get in there and get it, and I couldn't get it. Couldn't try it over and over and over. It just gets frustrating. So behind the scenes frustration, you would have seen it yesterday. But one-on-one day yesterday for me. Hit my $20 play. Looking forward to starting a nice week. Loving today's 3 games. Definitely looking forward to the night's game. There's a few day games here. Some pitchers back we haven't seen this season at all. Looking forward to check out Soroka from the Braves. We haven't seen him in a couple seasons, so definitely looking forward to see how he's doing.
Of course, everyone at Pick Dog's family knows that technical difficulties is code for shit your pants. Got a...
I did say it. I think I sent a message that had something to do with Schmidt. Clark Schmidt.
I still stand by the suggestion from the suggestion box. We got to put a camera on Rod whenever he's getting frustrated. The camera might not make it out alive, but we got it.
I would probably forget the camera was there, and you'd probably get some good. You'd get some good frustration cursing.
We'd have an explicit rating on the video for sure.
Yeah.
Well, it is a good schedule. You know, it's that's for sure. Which is always nice.
Happy Memorial Day to everybody in the U.S. Happy Memorial.
I think Memorial Day is the day that we thank everyone who gave their lives for our country. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
That's what it's all about. Anyways, I've been on the phone all morning, so I'm still working on my premium picks. Hate that. I always like to be done by now. But got hockey. It's the Stars and the Vegas. This is a series that looked to be over and not so over yet. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I like the under here. I also like this game to go to overtime as well. I think it's still sitting around plus 300, but starting to see the games get a little bit more chippy, a little bit more low scoring. I know last game did finish 4-2, but it was a 2-2 game well into the third period before Ty Dellandrea broke things open. And I think this is still going to be another tight game. Wouldn't be surprised if this was 3-2, maybe even 2-1. Like I said, I really like overtime in this game. It's going to be a tight game with, obviously Vegas not wanting to allow Game 7 and Dallas wanting to not have their season end. So give me the under, lean towards overtime as well in this one.
Rod, how about you?
Yeah, I agree. You look at the first 5 games of this series, and we're 4-1 to that under in the first 5. And now we're in Dallas for this one, and Dallas is 8-0 to the under in their last 8 at home here. And I think that's what we get. I think we can see a 2-1 final, and I definitely like that sprinkle a little on overtime because we've seen a few times in this series, and I think these teams are that close that we definitely can see overtime again. So definitely take the under, though. I like the 2-1 final score.
I'm taking Vegas in this one. I'm going to roll with Vegas, close it out. And, good for the Stars for extending things and all that kind of good stuff, but I think right now, I think it's Vegas time. I think they put them away. whether that be in regulation, overtime, over, under, sideways, kick save, beauty, whatever the case may be.
5-hole.
What?
5-hole.
5-hole? Could be the 5-hole. The old 5-hole. Yeah, holiday weekend here in the U.S. I actually went out for, because the early games, everything was over, and actually went out last night for a walk. Man, it's crazy. It's like, wow, there's the whole world out here. It was so weird. It's like, man, this is weird. My wife's like, we should go out for a walk. Yeah, I actually can do that. So all my shows are ending, Mrs. Maisel, last episode on Friday. It was great last episode. Ted Lasso, last episode coming up this week. And we had the last episode of Barry last night on HBO.
Nice.
Not the happy ending we were looking for. Yeah, I guess you watch a show about an assassin, and I guess you're not going to get that ending.
You have to always brace yourself.
Yeah, I think Barry is one of all the shows, like, because Ted Lasso and Miss Maisel and some of these other ones, Yellowstone and Better Call Saul and some of these other ones have really gotten such accolades. Really good. I think I come from a generation where there was always a lot of good shows. Bob Newhart, Mary Tyler Moore, MASH, and Happy Days, and Good Times, and Jeffersons, and All in the Family, and there's so many good shows, and that just scratches the surface on them. And we went into an era where there's so many bad shows, right? Where it's like this whole cable generation, where it's like everything kind of like this mishmashed cable, everything got segregated out, and then occasionally there'd be a Seinfeld in there, And now it's like every other outlet has kind of found their own way, where HBO has their own shows now, and like The Sopranos was a big one for them, and Showtime has had some great shows now too, and Apple TV has great shows like Ted Lasso, and Amazon with Miss Maisel, and so on. But yeah, I think Barry kind of got lost in the shuffle there, man. I love it. A little half-hour show, got your comedy, violence, everything all wrapped into one. Suspense.
Nice.
And Henry Winkler, of course.
I know the big one last night was Succession. I thought that's what you were going to say.
No, I never got into that one. I watched like the first season of it, and I was kind of like, eh. Isn't the premise of the show when I watched it, the first season? Because what happened is I got out of, Shameless was a great show, right? And then we had, on HBO, we had, or on Showtime, Billions, right? Yeah. But then once Bobby Axelrod left Billions, the show lost its way, so I tuned out, after he left. I tried watching a few episodes.
Was Billions the one with Paul Giamatti?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Bobby Axelrod left, right? His character left.
Yeah.
They tried to like carry it on or whatever. It's just not the same show, so I stopped watching it,
Okay. Yeah, I never watched an episode of Succession. I just know that's what everybody was talking about. But
Succession, I just never really found my way with it, because I just think like I watched the first season or so, and it isn't the whole show. The premise was like, who's going to succeed the father as the head of the company?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like this inter-family battle of these uninteresting characters.
There were bets being placed on it last night.
But isn't there like, there's bets being placed on everything, but there's, let's face it, we've all bet on, how many mushrooms we're going to get on our pizza. It's like, not that we don't have a problem. We just like to be entertained.
I do the pepperoni, not the mushrooms. How many pepperonis are they going to give us on this pepperoni pizza?
for entertainment purposes only.
Right.
So weird.
But I did see that Succession. They were all betting away, and I was like, "What is this?" I'm like, "You can't bet that." I don't even know who's. I'm like, I haven't watched one episode. There's no way I can bet that.
I don't like Succession. It's just not one of my shows. I just couldn't. I never found myself with it. You know, it's just. I don't like the whole idea of it. Some rich family, right? And it's like the brother. It's like all these. We've seen all these characters before. The entitled one, the drug addict one, right? The crazy one, and then the bitchy sister, right? These are the characters. I haven't seen the show in years, but these are the characters, right? It's the same, right? We've seen all these before. Kind of like, how about if we took a series, took all these characters that we see all the time? Oh, you mean
it's just the storyline changes?
Yeah, it's it's kind of like, I mean, there's been 100 movies on this subject. I die, everyone has to stay in the same room together for a month. The last person, if anyone leaves the room, they get cut out of the will. Brewster's Millions, right? He's got to spend $40 million.
$40 million. I don't
right?
That was a good movie.
Of course, Richard Pryor, great movie. Buys a baseball team.
He buys a baseball team. That'll help.
The best scene in that was he buys like the rare priceless stamp, and they're like, "Oh, here it is. He's bought something of value," and then he mails them. They get the letter in the mail. It's canceled on the letter, the stamp, a rare stamp. Yeah. My favorite part of Barry the last few weeks was, the last 2 weeks is when they pitched Henry Winkler that they were going to do his story, a movie, and like in order to trap him, because he wouldn't fall for it or whatever. He's like, I don't want to do it. Daniel Day-Lewis is going to come out of retirement to play your part. It's like, okay, I'm in. It's like, I guess you had to see it, but it's kind of like very funny the way that his ego. Well, can he get Mark Wahlberg to play Barry?
I'll have to check the show out.
Yeah, I think it's a good one. It's only a half hour, so it's like a lot of action in a half hour, and it's like really clever, Bill Hader, so really, really clever.
Definitely, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I liked it. I'll miss.
We've been watching Mayor of Kingstown. What we've been watching. We finished the first season. It's actually pretty good. Not bad. Jeremy Renner.
I like Mrs. Maisel. I thought that was a great series. Mad Men was another good show that I watched. I think Mad Men and Miss Maisel, like that same era, those shows. Anyways, I was like checking out the furniture in those shows. No, it's always really cool because it's a good set designer, It's like they have really good period pieces. But if you never notice this, like on these TV shows, doesn't matter what show it is, the clothes that these people are wearing are like the designer highest end stuff. And the same thing like with the furniture that's in these scenes, it's like the highest end stuff, the props, like really high end.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, speaking of high end, we got baseball going on. Orioles, Guardians, Tigers, Rangers, Cardinals, against the Royals. Chris, hold back the excitement.
I know, I'm going to try. I'm going to take the under between the Cardinals and the Royals. I know under 10 with Adam Wainwright with how he's pitched so far seems a little bit far-fetched, but the Cardinals have scored 3 runs or less in 5 straight games. The Royals scoring has been an issue for them. I know it looks like a bullpen game with Josh Stomont making his first start ever. But I just think it's going to be a bit of a lower scoring game. I think 10 is just too many, even if it's one-sided. I could easily see like a 6-2 kind of game here. So I'm going to go with the under 10, Cardinals-Royals.
That's an exciting pick for everybody. Rod, what do you got?
For me, I'm going to go with Detroit Tigers here at home. That's a nice price you're getting on Detroit here. Nathan Eovaldi guy. I know he's had a really good season, and Texas 7-3 the last 10, but Detroit 6-4 and at home. All the values here on Detroit to get the win, and that's what I'm going to go with. Give me the Detroit Tigers over Texas in this early one. I like Boyd. Give me Boyd.
That leaves me with the Orioles.
That leaves you with the Orioles, yeah.
All right, I'll take the Orioles. No problem. Orioles money line for me. I mean, they're the far better team in this one. I just don't think the Guardians have the bats, to get it done. I don't think they have the pitching staff that they generally have either. Chris, what's up with Tristan McKenzie?
I know he's due back soon.
He's one of our guys. He's one of our guys.
Yeah. I know he's due back. Let me see if I can find something. I know he was on the 60-day injury list. I thought I saw by the All-Star break he was back.
Because they could really use him. Tristan McKenzie. He was really fine.
He could be. He logged a rehab assignment. Started a rehab assignment. Likely get one more start under his belt before returning to the majors. If all goes well, he could be back by the end of the month.
2.96 ERA last season, 190 strikeouts.
Yeah, last year was the start of the breakout year for McKenzie.
Something that we predicted all along. Really nice set of games there. Got the Cubs up against the Rays, Diamondbacks and the Rockies, and Astros versus Twins. I see London, I see Pants, I see JP France. Works. Still works. Different player, still works.
Same result.
Yeah. So you got to switch off Pants and France. Whatever it takes. Yeah. That's what we do, Chris. We're doers. We make it happen. A lot of people would say, "Nah, I can't do that. Doesn't really work because France is has to go this place." No, it doesn't. Actually, it doesn't. Rod, what do you think of these guys?
Well, these ones, it does kind of work because I see London, I see France, I see JP getting pantsed in Houston. His lone start that he had at home this season, he got rocked. He had a nice 14 ERA at home this season in his lone start. And I like Gray on the mound, 4-0, 1.82 ERA, 1.2 WHIP. He is the better pitcher in this game here, the starting pitcher wise, anyways. And you look when it comes later into this game, both of these teams top two in the MLB in defense. Holding teams to 3.74 is the Twins, and Astros 3.53. So I lean to an under as well, but I'm going to take the Twins and the plus money to come into Houston and win game one of this series.
Obviously, Rod takes a day off. He's forgotten everything he's ever knew about anything. It's like France has like super high ceiling. Something crazy.
He does, but the last time we bet him, he lost. He got passed. Just what I said, and I took him in against him. I went against him then, we won. I'm going to go against him here again. Try for second straight against JP. He's doing better on the road than he has at home. Got to get roughed up a little before you start becoming the ace.
It's like that famous movie line. The world needs ditch diggers too. All right. I'm going to take the Rays against the Cubs. I don't like the way the Cubs are playing except betting against them. I mean, they've been terrible, and you're up against a Rays team that's absolutely red hot. I know Stroman has actually pitched really well, but that's not enough. Not going to be enough. I mean, if you can get pounded by the Cincinnati Reds at home, you sure as hell can lose to the Tampa Bay Rays at home. I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Rays.
Chris? With the This is the NL West game, Diamondbacks-Rockies. I'm going to go with the Diamondbacks on the run line. Carl Kaufman has looked absolutely terrible.
Carl, that sounds like a TV show sitcom character.
No.
Carl Kaufman.
Yeah, he sounds like a TV lawyer.
Yeah, he does.
But no, I'm going to go
Curb
with
Your Enthusiasm. I'm going to go see Carl Kaufman.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Diamondbacks. You know, they haven't been hitting righties all that well in the last couple of weeks, 20th in team OPS, but I still think that, you know, between these two, Ryan Nelson just the better pitcher. The Rockies have been playing fairly well at home, and I just, like I said, just trust this Arizona lineup 1 through 9 a lot more than I do Colorado's in this spot. So give me the Arizona Diamondbacks in the run line. I think Kaufman has another bad start, and the Diamondbacks take advantage here.
Rod, it's you.
No, we're on the new segment now, and then it'll be you.
A whole new segment.
So there's 5, so I don't know how you're going to split it up. We do all 5?
This is what we do.
I know.
Giants, Pirates, A's, Braves, and White Sox, Angels. I'm going with the White Sox against the Angels. I know Rod is a Canning guy. Canning, but I'm going to go with Kopech here, who I believe, like, you know, the pitchers that Rod puts down on a constant basis, he's been touched up a few times in his career, and not in a WNBA way, but in, you know, touched up as far as being the bats, you know, getting to him. But I think that, you know, Kopech has that really high ceiling, and I think that he gets it done here. I'm going to take the White Sox.
He's definitely improving. So, see, you got to get
I didn't ask for your opinion. I was giving mine. This is a one-sided discussion. Unless you're in our comments, unless you're in our comments, your opinion doesn't matter. You took Sonny Gray against France. All privilege.
All credibility was lost.
Yeah, all privilege.
I'm gonna take the Atlanta Braves on the run line. I think that, yes, it's Michael Soroka's first start in pretty much 3 years, but, you know, I still think him coming back is going to be, you know, a big boost to this Braves team. Not that they need one, but, you know, it's just another advantage that the Braves will have over the Oakland A's. The A's now 11 losses in a row. Just not a great look for the Oakland A's here. And Paul Blackburn, last time we saw Blackburn on the mound last season, he was getting lit up. A 9+ ERA across his last 5 starts to close out his 2022 season. I think the Braves get to Blackburn again here. I'm going to take the Braves on the run line.
I'm taking the A's in that one. I think this is the game that they break through. Braves coming off a late night game, traveling all the way across the country. This is the spot. Soroka coming back. A little twinge.
Who's that?
You say Soroka, I say Soraka. What a day yesterday, trying to keep it rolling. Wow. Someone finally won one?
Hey.
Where's the one? Yay!
Finally won one? Here to brag about it? Wow. The funny thing is, on a day like yesterday, I had such a bad day, but it was like I still did okay. I ended up losing like $15. Like I got killed, but the way that I bet, you know, because my betting style, and I went over this with Mills after the show yesterday. I went over my bets from Saturday with Mills yesterday, explained to him how I bet, because he's like, I don't understand how you do it or whatever, and I was explaining it to him, and I'm like, because, like, you know, the Reds game against the Cubs, you know, the Cubs, I had the Reds on the money line, plus 155. I'm always going for the value. I rarely lay odds, like rarely at all in my regular betting. I'll always either take the run line or the alternate run line on a dog, or I'll just take the plus odds. But I rarely lay odds. So like even when I have a bad day, like I had yesterday on my betting, I lost $26. Even though I hardly hit any games at all. Like if I look at yesterday's games, here are my bets. Wow. So yesterday I had the Marlins against the Angels. That one I just had the money line. I had the Diamondbacks against the Red Sox. I laid the run line on that one. It was plus 172. And then I had the Yankees on the run line against the Padres. That one paid. And then I had I don't even know who I had here. It looks like I had the Guardians against the Cardinals. Did they win? I think they did. Plus 123 on that one.
Yeah, Cleveland won yesterday.
Yeah. I actually won almost all my games yesterday. So how did I lose $26? San Francisco Giants against the Brewers. I lost, but they were favored, and I had laid the run line, so I only lost even money on that. Anyways, that's weird. Okay. I thought I lost because I had $9,145.70 in this account. I don't know. Can't figure it out. Maybe I shouldn't touch this till my halftime betting. This is my halftime betting account left over from football season with Jay Briggs. I'm doing those halftime shows. This is the account that I use for that. I love doing that. I had fun with Jay. Jay pushes the panic button, which makes it fun. That day, that Eagles-Cowboys game on his birthday, that was like the worst, that halftime. They were losing by like 60. It's like, we're going to come back, man. We cashed that second half. Money line.
That's what they want you to do. They want you to sometimes overreact.
Of course. That's why we kill it on halftime. We kill halftime. Kill it. Where are we at?
Where are we?
Picks?
My turn. We're going doing the Pittsburgh and the Giants. So I'm going to go with the Pirates here. Rich Hill on the mound. He's having a not bad season. But as Mitch has always stated as few times I've heard him say this, that when the Giants are off of a road trip, their first game back at home, always fade them because they're awful. And it turns out they're 17-36 in their last 53 following a 7-day or more road trip. So give me the Pirates here over the Giants in game one.
I don't make this stuff up. I watch it with my eyes. But the thing is that most of those road trips, it's a night game that they return home from. So it's like they get home at 3 in the morning or something, which wasn't the case this time. I wonder what they are returning home off a day game.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just know it's been 17-36 the last 53 following a week-long road trip.
Chris, get your foot off the boat.
I don't have to stat whether it's a day game or a night game. I'd have to go dig a little more to find you that number.
All right. Got the Dodgers and the Nationals and Seattle against the Yankees. Chris, what do you like?
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot on the Nationals plus 1.5. I think it's going to be a tight game. You know, the Nationals 4-1 on the run line in Williams 5 road starts the season. You know, Bobby Miller, I get it. He's, you know, highly touted prospect in the Dodger system. I think he's going to be great. I just don't know if I'm ready to lay minus 240 or chase a run line with him yet. Yeah, the Dodgers are a better lineup, but Washington also 19-5 on the run line on the road this season. I'll take a shot with Washington plus the 1.5 here.
Rod?
And for me in this Yankees in Seattle, I'm going to go with the under in that one. I think Herman and Miller both have a good start and go deep, go 5-6 innings there, and then they throw it to the bullpen, which holds both teams down. I like the under. Herman 6-0-1 in his last 7 on Mondays. Seattle 5-0 in Miller's last 5 on grass. 5-0 in his last 5 starts to the under. And 23-10-1 the last 34 meetings in Seattle to that under. So give me the under. Yankees, Seattle.
All right, brings us to the final game on the card. It's NBA. It is the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. The Heat looking to avoid the first team to blow a 3-0 lead and lose the series. Other teams have got the 3-0 lead to 3-3. That's happened before. But no team has ever lost it. I think the Heat played Butler and Bam played about as bad as they could last game. And the Celtics, they shot about as bad as they could from three-point territory. So both teams a lot to improve on. And, there is no tomorrow. Chris, what do you think?
I'm going to go back to the Heat plus the points. Not sure if they get the outright win here, but the odds makers have been overvaluing the Celtics pretty much all series, and giving me 7.5 points. At least that's what I saw it was at last. In a game 7, when it was so tight last time out, I got to take the points again here. Sprinkle a little bit on the money line as well, but still take the 7.5 points with the Heat in this one.
And I'm gonna go with the under. I think we definitely got a defensive battle as we see in the last 3 games of all when just keep going lower and lower and lower. I think it's the first 100 wins if we even get to 100 in this game. So give me the under in this game 7 war that we got going on here. I like the under. I like the under first half too. It's at 100 and 104, so I like the under first half and full game.
I'm sure this is going to surprise some people. I'm going to take the Heat on the money line and look for any book that will help let me lay extended on it. Most of them don't let you go any further than the money line at this point. The alternate spreads are a lot of them are in the other direction. The most I see is the Heat -1. And I'm jumping all over that. Plus 283 on this thing. So Heat money line -1 plus 283. Almost too easy. Almost too easy. All right. It says Friday. Fix the title. Damn it. Oh, it does say Friday. Thank you. Thank you. I'll fix it.
Thanks.
Thanks. Maybe I should take the day out of the title. That will fix everybody.
Date's right.
It's like when I kept making mistakes in the recap on the videos. Stop doing it. It's like people were complaining. Typoed the recap. You typoed the recap. You know what? How about if I just don't do it at all? That'll show them. All right. Anything you guys want to say for yourselves before we get to the parlays?
No, I'm good. I've said my piece.
All right. Rod, bash on France a little more before you.
Definitely could bet on France a little more. He's at home.
France hater.
I don't hate him. It's just he's young, and he, as you said, he has a high ceiling. So you got to get roughed up a little bit first before you become the ace. So you got to take your lumps. As a young guy, young pitcher, he's taking his lumps, and you learn from those lumps, and you'll improve and get better from them. So. In the future of JP France is bright, so definitely the future of making money with him is good. But right now, you got to fade him a little bit.
I see London. I see Pants. I see JP France. All right. What's your parlay?
I'm going to go with the Heat plus the points, the under in Vegas and Dallas, and the Washington Nationals plus 1.5.
And for me, I'm going to go with the Washington Nationals plus the 1.5. I'm going to go with the Pirates on the money line, and I'm going to go with the over in the Royals and the Cardinals. Parlay those three.
Cubs Rays over. Rangers Tigers over. Giants Pirates over. Parlayed up with the Miami Heat on the money line. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining us. Make it a winning day. Appreciate each and every one of you. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And maybe Rod will change his attitude. We'll have to talk about. We'll be going over JP France's entire stat line there. I honestly think I'm going to put a little bet here on the A's. I mean, there's no reason not to. They're not going to lose every freaking game. Maybe they will. All right, make it a winning day. We appreciate it.